ain't the man to tell you in it what they want from me. I can see it in their eyes. Ain't no commodity, but all they see is dollar sign. Buying stock in me, watch that money multiply. No one's stopping me from making all this come alive. You gotta be around it. I'm out here writing it while you just read about it. Used to call me a show up, but now they call me to show up. Hoping we let them touch along and be a part of the glow up. So hold up, I see you stunting, so what? You never get your dough up until you in demand. You just a no one, and while they stay in their lane, they always saying you've changed, but
are diamonds in the rough. You see the most, but you've never seen enough. Counting all the cities till I'm home. The first time I had never felt alone. Summer loving, I would crave your lips. Thunderstruck in for just a kiss. Sunny loving all over me. Overthinking what we could be. Setting sun's the start of a new night. Transition your fun to black and white. Touching of an arm, your skin on mine. I've seen the way the moon will make you shine. Summer loving, I would crave your lips. Thunderstruck in for just a kiss. Sunny loving all over me. Overthinking what we could be. Peace of mind and morning breeze. Understand the things that bring you ease. Summer loving, I would crave your lips. Thunderstruck in for just a kiss. Sunny loving all over me. Overthinking what we could be.
Okay, is that better? Is that better now? Okay, we got it. Something went crazy with my Stream Deck and it didn't turn my mic back on when I came over to this scene. And that might explain why things went kind of haywire with, because I had another command in there in that button that would turn the volume down on my music. So I should have known that that things weren't exactly right. But anyway, starting all over again. I was making all kinds of lame attempts at humor, so you didn't miss much. What we have on tap for today is a little bit of the usual Sunday shenanigans. We're going to be looking at the three teams. One of them did not make the postseason, but the other two teams did make the postseason, and one of them it has got some good news to report, and we're hoping to be able to show you that here in just a brief spell. So we are going to be doing the looks at the three teams, postseason goodies, and also down the line we want to do an historical year in the challenge packs. You know what I'm talking about, where you go every 72 hours, you can go into an historical game, simulate a season. I like to play the 1927 Yankees. We'll do a season of that. And I think we'll have time today to be able to do have a challenge for the 1976 Cincinnati Reds, who are our returning World Series champions. And we'll have somebody in chat, whoever the first person is at the time that I ask for it. Their team will get chosen, and we will simulate a World Series with my 76 Reds against whomever the team is that we get suggested to us by the first named person. That is when, those Reds are tough there, Cubs fan 23 Steve. I could not agree with you more. They were pretty doggone intimidating, let's put it that way. One of the best teams to ever be fielded on a baseball field, if not the very best one. It's not up to me to decide. I know I'm kind of biased. I kind of like to think that that's the case, but I think the 1927 Yankees would like to have a word. and there's several other teams, like maybe even the Athletics, the Oakland A's dynasty of about the same time frame. They would like to have a word also. So anyway, we're going to be getting down to that one a little bit further down the pike. So without any further ado, let's see, we've got 11 minutes until our first ad break of the day. Let's go ahead and get into the game and see what we can find out going on in there, because we have three teams to take a look at. I'm looking at my Flames first, my number one team in Diamond. And this is where the news was perhaps the least promising of any of the three teams. But there is a happy ending, I guess, in a manner of speaking. So let's jump in there and see what's going on. I don't know if you remember, but at the end of yesterday's stream, we had 104 packs left over. I picked up another 31 packs after yesterday's stream was over to get us up to 135. Now, that tells you one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is we had two 10-pack wins and 5 Twitch drops before I actually started ripping packs. And I only got 88 packs opened up on this team. We had 192 at the beginning of the pack ripping on my Flames here. And we ripped 88 of them, and we got down to 104 when I went ahead and passed the ball off to Tesuiji. Now, Tesuiji started right around 2 o'clock, and we raided right into him, but that left me with a bunch of packs left over. 104 packs we didn't get to open yesterday. So I said, okay, we're going to wait until Wednesday to do those. Now, here's what the story is. I got another 31 packs. 31 plus the 25 that I had when I started ripping. That gave me a nice double pack-a-palooza of 56 packs yesterday. If you can believe that, I can hardly get my mind wrapped around that. I had four different 10-pack wins. I had a 5-pack second place. That got me to 45. I had 2 3-pack semifinal losses. That got me up to 51. Then I had the 5 drops that took me to 56. That's the best pack day of this entire cycle, this entire game cycle. It's the best pack day I have had to date. Now, it didn't quite meet my world record of 73 packs that I pulled in one day. I believe it was back in either Perfect Team 21 or Perfect Team 22. But I had a really, really, really good pack day yesterday. And that took us up to 135 packs. And I wasn't planning on opening anything until Wednesday. I'm not going to open any packs today either. But some more word to be said on that one later. Let's take a look and see what my Flames did to finish up this season in Diamond League. Diamond 358. We had some familiar names in there and some not so familiar names. So we're jumping in there to take a look and see what's going on with the boys. Once the game finally decides to let me in, and look, it kicked me out. Let's try it again. We'll get in there eventually. There. Oh, what's it doing? It's ripping packs on me. Don't do that to me. Okay. Okay, here we go. What I wanted to do, I must have clicked somewhere on the packs that were open on the home screen. But anyway, these guys ended up 78 and 84. If I look at the overall standings here, we came in 6th in the wild card race, 5 games out of the wild card. Now, another team that was in my division, the Ball or Nothing Sandlot squad, they ended up 3 games ahead of me in the wild card race, 3 games ahead of me within the division. But look at who got the playoff nods from inside the division. Our Twitch buddy and Discord buddy, Old and Slow, got in there. He got into the wild card. And the Mojave Angry Owls, who I was not familiar with at all, they managed to win the division and take the top seed in the division. And they ended up getting tied with the Suburbia Squalor. So I don't think they had to have a playoff to figure out who was going to be the 2nd and 3rd seed in our conference. There must have been some sort of tiebreaker there. Let me look for grins and giggles, see what their record was against each other. And to find out how a team did against any other team, I have to go to the league tab up here, and I pick reports and logs. And then we come over here to select the league report, and we're going to look at team versus team. Now, I'm going to look for the Mojave Angry Owls. And there they are. Now, the team that they were tied with, let me back up for just a moment here. I got to get myself straightened out here. The team that they were tied with, the Suburbia Squalor. There we go. Now let me move forward those 2 screens again. I'm looking to see how Mojave turned out against the Squalor, and Mojave Angry Oaks, or Angry Owls, took a 5-2 season advantage over Suburbia Squalor. So I think that would have meant that Mojave got the number 2 seed in the conference. We can look at the playoff picture, and that can confirm it for us. If Suburbia was in the wild card round, then that pretty much clinches it. So let's look at the postseason coverage. We'll look at the playoff tree. And here we are over here. There they are. Suburbia Squalor turned out to be the 3rd seed amongst all the division winners on my side of the table. So they had to play a wild card round and lost to the wild card Chapel Hill Tigers. And look at what Chapel Hill has managed to do. They knocked out my division leading Mojave Angry Owls, the ones that knocked Suburbia Squalor down into the number 3 seed and down here into this part of the playoffs where they got beat. But the Angry Owls turned around and got beat by the team that beat the Squalor, Chapel Hill. And Chapel Hill right now is trying to ride the wild card magic all the way to the Diamond 358 World Series. And look at who else is in there. Old and Slow, another team that's riding the wild card wave. So we have 2 teams from the wild card round that have made it to the conference finals, which ensures that a wild card round team is going to make it to the Diamond 358 World Series. That's kind of cool. Now over here, the Mud Hen Lake Wildebeests, fun name, they started out in the wild card, and they have worked their way through to the conference finals. They had to beat, though, the Supersonic Snot Rockets, another good fun name, to get to the conference final. The Las Vegas Stacko Cakes, we've seen that team around a time or two. They won their wild card series, and they got to play against the Melbourne Mongoose. The Mongoose are a pretty doggone strong team. I think they were the top seed in the entire conference. So they're playing against Mud Hen to see who's going to be the representative from that side of the table over here in the World Series, playing against a wild card winner that's guaranteed on this side. So it would be really fun to see if Mud Hen can knock off the Mongoose. And if they can, that means we will have an all wild card World Series. That goes to show you that when it comes to playoff time, that wild card magic is kind of hard to deny. It happens. It actually happens. It's well documented. I think everybody's here had an experience with a wild card team that has just magically turned up on fire in the postseason, where maybe during the regular season they weren't quite so hot. Get them to the postseason, and that's their time to shine. So it'll be interesting to see what all comes out of this. But that's what's going on in Diamond 358. My guys didn't make it to the playoffs, but if we look at it from another angle, let's look at the promotion relegation standings, and we'll see there's my Flames right there, 78 and 84. They finished 4 games above the drop zone, which means they will survive to fight another day in Diamond. So there's only been one season out of, the last umpty gazillion seasons that they got sent down to gold and came right back promptly to Diamond. So I will have been in Diamond for quite a number of seasons. So, but here's some of the surprising news here. Wayzata Trojans, everybody's seen them around. If you've spent any time in Diamond League at all, you know that those guys. They are a former Diamond champion that is getting sent back to gold. And that's Chief Elinawek. His team, the Wayzata Trojans, they are going back to gold. Another former Diamond champ down here, the Sunset Town Kings. They're also going to be in gold starting tomorrow morning. So that was kind of an interesting twist on the season for those two teams. The other 4 teams that got relegated back came up from gold and didn't quite last so long in Diamond. So anyway, we have us an ad break coming up. So let's go ahead and get to that before we go on and take a look at team number 2, my Wildcats, the Finneytown Wildcats that are in Iron. And let's see how they're doing, because they have a playoff push still active, I do believe. So while we take the ad break, I'm going to be punching some buttons here and working my way over to the Wildcats account. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, let's see, what do we got? Hey, THF raiding with 121 people. Thank you so much, THF, for the raid, and welcome, raiders. Thank you, because you arrived just in time for me to do an ad break. So here we go. Take care, and we will catch you back here in just a moment after this word from our sponsors. Okay, gang, we are back. I'm over on my number 2 account right now, spamming my 3rd Iron Best of 5. And what have we here? THF, hey, has just subscribed for 9 months in a row. Thank you so much, THF. And I think you know what that means. Everybody in this channel that's been around for a while knows what happens when somebody subscribes to my channel. And here we go. And yes, THF, you are the best. So thank you so much again for the raid and for the subscription. We greatly appreciate it. And that is, let me see here real quick, a 9-month streak at tier 1. Thank you oh so much. We definitely appreciate the support for this old farts channel and keeping me busy and out of the loony bin. Okay. Because that's where I would be if it wasn't for all the support that I'm getting around here. I would be in a loony bin somewhere, and definitely in need of some help. As if I don't need some help right now. Maybe I do need some help. I was making, what was it, vodka jokes I was making yesterday, talking about what was in my my water jug, which I very conveniently left out at the lunch table. So I need to go grab that during my next ad break, which is going to be coming up before too terribly long. I think we have another close to 20 minutes to go there. But anyway, what I think I want to do, hang on a second. Yeah, we do have 20 minutes left on the nose as of right now. So let's continue on with our look at the number 2 team, because they might have some good news to report. Let's see. I want to see some good stuff, because these guys qualified for the playoffs as a wild card. And remember what I just said about wild card magic? We have a thing or two or three to say about that. And take a look right here. They have won their most recent playoff game. Let's look at the league playoff tree here and see what's cooking. Playoff tree. Here we go. Here I am in the conference finals playing against the Bellingham Berserkers. I'm ready to bet that this is B. Ham Bells, because he's the Bellingham Bells manager. I'm ready to bet that this is an alt of his. So this is most likely B. Ham Bells that started out in a wild card like I did. And here we have 2 more wild card teams fighting for a spot in the Iron 239 World Series. Now, you know what this means, though? That since... Okay. I appreciate the kind words there, THF. I don't like to think of myself as a legend. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a legend in my own mind. You know what I mean? But anyway, not to go too far. But I do appreciate the kind words. Don't get me wrong. But anyway, this making it to the final four in this Iron League means I have earned promotion back up to bronze, which has been one of my goals ever since I got sent down here to Iron. After one season in bronze, after my relegation season in silver, I got sent down to bronze, and then promptly got sent down to Iron. And I've been in Iron for a few seasons now. I get to go back to bronze, and bronze is where the Wildcats' brethren, the Juggernauts, are residing right now. But we'll have to take a look at them because they had their own playoff push going, and if they made it far enough, they might get promoted back to silver. So we'll take a look at them next here in just a bit. But I'm ready to bet, like I said, that the Bellingham, let's see, what do we got there? You're the best. You're the best for longer than 15 seconds, THF. Anybody who subscribes to the channel is always the best. You don't have to time it down to seconds. Okay? Anybody who subscribes to my channel is always, 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 without fail, the best. So anyway, here, since I made the final four, I'm going to be going up to bronze. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And if I can win my very, very first trophy on this team, it wouldn't exactly break my heart either, because this team does not have any World Series trophies. The Juggernauts, on the other hand, they have won 2 World Series. Even my main team, the Flames, they haven't won any World Series, but they've been in Diamond for like forever. So, anywho, Bellingham, Berserkers, and I are duking it out in the conference final over here. And over here it's the Rutland Voodoos and the Innsmouth Shadows. I think that Innsmouth Shadows, are they playing under a UK flag? Let me look. No, they're playing under an American flag. Okay. Innsmouth. That sounds like an up east type of team, like up the East Coast, like say up in New England someplace. Does that sound about right to anybody? Is there a town named Innsmouth up in New England? Coastal town, perhaps? Hard to say, because I don't know that the neck of the woods that well up there. Even though several years ago, my wife and I were just talking about it today, because the University of Cincinnati football Bearcats were playing against just down the road, just down I-71, the Louisville Cardinals football team in the Fenway Park Bowl. They actually play a college football bowl game in Fenway Park where the Red Sox play. They set up some bleachers in front of the Green Monster where there's plenty of space to put some bleachers like that don't impede the vision of anybody back behind them, because once you're up there on that Green Monster wall, you've got a commanding view of the field. So, and I did tour Fenway when we were there back in 2015. I have been to Boston, and it's a great place, but it was kind of hard to envision the University of Cincinnati playing University of Louisville in a bowl game in Fenway Park. Does that sound right? Does it sound kosher? I don't know. But here's an interesting twist on that particular bowl game. The football coach that got University of Cincinnati into the bowl game, a fellow named Luke Fickell, who came to UC after being an assistant coach at Ohio State for quite some period of time. Luke Fickell was an outstanding assistant coach. He did such a good job down here at University of Cincinnati that he got hired away by the University of Wisconsin, and he's going back to the Big Ten to be the Badgers head coach. So that left UC without a head coach for their bowl game that they qualified for against University of Louisville. So what did Cincinnati turn around and do? They turned around and hired Louisville's head coach. Is that nuts or what? Is that absolutely nuts or what? They hired away the coach of the team that they were playing in the bowl game. And that bowl game happened only, I believe, yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. And guess what? Louisville beat them. But UC was not being led by the former Louisville coach. Both teams, I believe, were being led by interim head coaches. And the Cincinnati interim head coach was a fellow named Kerry Coombs, who gained a lot of notoriety here as a legendary high school coach for Coleraine High School. That they won some state championships in the large school division under Kerry Combs' watch. So he came to UC as an assistant, left there after some period of time, went up to Ohio State to be an assistant up there, and then found himself back at the University of Cincinnati again. So just in time for him to acquire an acting head coaching job for the Bearcats in the game against the Louisville Cardinals, who are also being led by an assistant coach, an interim head coach, so to speak. And I didn't do enough research to find out the name of that other person. But in any event, Louisville basically cleaned UC's clock. I think it was something like 24-7 or 24-3. I forget what it was. It was a lopsided affair, and Louisville just walked all over UC. So UC is getting a good football coach that got that team ready for that bowl game. Okay, even though he didn't actively coach in that game, he did the legwork and carried the ball for his boys during the course of the season before UC hired him away and kind of made it a moot point. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of the University of Cincinnati here, because guess what? Next season, they join the Big 12. They will be in the Big 12 come next season. So fun to see all of that good stuff. All right, so anyway, getting back to New England, I was trying to figure out if Innsmouth was the name of a New England town, and nobody in chat has offered me up an opinion on that idea there yet. Okay, so let us go and see if let's see, we're doing a sim right now, so if I time this right, yep, okay, no, that's my tournament that just started up. Let me go back here to the home screen. I want to see the sim come in to see how I did in game 3, or maybe it was a travel day. I didn't bother looking to see. No, it's not a travel day. I'm actually going to play the Berserkers in this this sim that's getting ready to come in. So hopefully before we move on to team number 3 and see what their playoff hopes have been doing, whether they got them dashed early on or whether they are moving on to something bigger and better, kind of like these Wildcats are. So we will check them out. I'm just waiting on this sim to come in. While I'm sitting here waiting for it, yeah, the sim should be any moment now. I just happened to take a look. It's been half an hour since the active part of my stream started. So that's the right way for all these sims to take place on the major perfect team leagues, is that they have sims every 15 minutes on the playoffs. So we were due for a 3:30 sim. Now I'm just waiting on the sim to come in. And it's not doing much of anything. Let me come back out to the home screen or to the start screen and see if something got glitched in there. Maybe I need to run back in. Nope, it's still simulating. Okay. We'll wait until this word simulating turns into a number, and then we'll jump in one more time and see how my boys did before we make it over to team number 3. Anytime now, game. Seems like it's been simulating forever, doesn't it? That song kind of drives me crazy. Oh, come on, game. Oh, there we go. Finally. I think that's the longest I've ever had to wait for a postseason simulation to come in. So it seems. So let's see if we got us a win, which I think would put us up 2-1 in that World Series, or that, not the World Series, but the Sub-League Series. And no, we took it on the chin. The Bellingham Berserkers took us to town 7-1. So that means we are down 2-1 in the SLS, the Sub-League Series, or you could call it the CS, the Conference Series. So we're down 2-1, but we still have earned, regardless of how this series works out, we have still earned promotion to iron, up to bronze. We've earned promotion up to bronze. Now let's go see what team number 3 is up to, because if they are moving along in their playoffs, maybe they have also qualified for a trip upstairs from their bronze league to make it back up to silver. So let's go investigate and see if we can sniff out these juggernauts and find their path of action here. Okay, I've got to spam another Ace of Iron, so let's get to that, and there we are. Okay, let's go in and see what be cooking with these boys. These are my juggernauts, my third team, or the second of my 2 alts. Decent tune. Uh-oh. Oh my. I think I got knocked out in the Division Series. I think I got swept in the Division Series. Let's see. Yeah, we're over here. Yes, we did get swept. The Cooperstown Minis. Mini Cooper. Nice little play on words there. And look it's one of EVC's theme teams. Anytime you see that TTC suffix, Innsmouth is a fictional town created by, H.P. Lovecraft. It's the setting of the shadow over Innsmouth. Oh, I'm not familiar with that series. That's cool. That's cool to know there. I appreciate the info there. Gosh, that would be D.A. Mead 69. Thank you for that piece of info that I would have not have had a clue otherwise. Innsmouth, Shadow over Innsmouth. I'm going to have to look up that series. Okay. Huh. Yep, I definitely have to look that up. But look at what's going on here. We have shutouts going on. Not just my series that ended in a shutout, which means I don't get promoted up to silver again. So I get to stay in bronze. That is, the Juggernauts get to stay in bronze. And my Wildcats are moving up to bronze. So these guys could potentially be in the same league together, even though I don't have them friending each other yet. They are in the same level of play starting tomorrow morning, and I'm fairly happy about that. Okay, but take a look here. The Danbury Smokies are up 3-0 over the Neverwinter Nights. And here, 2-0 with the Ludlow Miners over the Cooperstown Minis. Theme team, okay? And the Cooperstown Minis swept me 3-0. Here's another sweep back here that I took off of the Bucknell Bison, who happened to win my division. And I was several games in back of them. Take a look at this. There they are up there. They ended up 3 games ahead of me, but I just knocked them out of the playoffs in the wild card round because they were the 3rd seed of all the division winners in the this conference here. There's the Cooperstown Minis up there. And down here, okay, the Bucknell Bison got knocked out by me. The Ludlow Miners, I think, we're still going. Let's see here. Bear with me a second. Yeah, Ludlow Miners are still active, and they are leading Cooperstown 2-0. So here you've got Wild Card Magic working its way up again. Down here, the Neverwinter Nights, they're trying to do their own little version of Wild Card Magic, but they're not faring too well against this Danbury team, who right now is OP all over them, 3-0. And in order for Neverwinter to make it to the World Series, they've got to pull a complete reverse sweep. Stranger things have happened in this game, but that's what they have to do in order to be able to move on. So let's get out of here. We're going to go back to my main team and see what's going on with them, and I'll have an informative piece or two of OOTP affiliate news for you. But what I want to tell you about is there's another streamer, or maybe a couple of streamers, who are going to be making an announcement for an event sometime this coming week. So please stay tuned and be watching for some sort of an event featuring your affiliate streamers. So I'm not going to try to steal any thunder. Be watching for an announcement. There will be something coming. I've been told that there is a good possibility of there being perfect point giveaways during each stream, and there is also a good possibility of there being a string of streams, I should say, that kind of go into each other. So please keep your eyes and ears tuned to the ground to make sure that you can hear it rumbling and you know what's coming up. But I think it's going to be sometime this coming week. And not only in celebration of the game that we all love, but also in celebration of the upcoming holiday. Okay? So be on the lookout. There may be something coming. I can't promise anything, but I think there's something coming. All right. So we are going back to the Flames. And we are ready for our next ad break. And what have we got there? I just heard a notification come through. And we have a brand new follow from, bear with me a second, brand new follow from JB4980. And I forgot there was a couple of other follows that I needed to acknowledge from earlier on, either in this stream or from in between streams. But Broken Bones is a brand new follower, and we thank you for your follow. Technique74 is also a brand new follower. And now JB4980, thank you for your follow on the channel. So D.A. Mead looked up Innsmouth and came up with the great piece of literature info. And we have another brand new follow from D.A. Mead 69. Thank you for your follow on the channel. I think what that does, it should get us up closer to 790 follows. I think we came into today starting out with 786. So I think right now we're sitting on 788 or 789. Let me take a look, see here, and see if I can find anything. Bear with me a second. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, game. It's not doing anything. Not doing a thing for me. Okay. Because I've got another... There we go. Yep, 788. That's the number. So anyway, so JB4980 and DA Mead69 are the 787th and 788th follower on the channel. So thank you, everybody, for following on the channel. Those numbers are getting way up there, much farther than I ever anticipated them to go. All right, so we are going to get ourselves ready to do another ad break. And when we come back, we'll get started with an historical challenge, doing the new historical game that you see over in the middle of the left-hand menu. You'll see new historical game there. We're going to try the 1970... Oh, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting my historical formats mixed up. The new historical game is the challenge pack. That's where I get to try to earn through achievements. And any one achievement that I get can get me a pack. But I can only get one pack every 72 hours. And I'm due to get myself a pack on this team and also my other two teams. But we won't be doing those other two on stream today. We will be doing the historical challenge here. The challenge to my 1976 returning champion Reds is going to happen down at the bottom of the left, the historical exhibition. There's no pack to be had from that. It's basically just bragging rights to see who wins that World Series that gets simulated between my 1976 Cincinnati Reds and some other historical team. So we'll be doing that later. But for right now, it's going to be ad break time, and we will come back and get into the historical challenge and try to earn ourselves a pack in about 5 minutes time. So please hang on. Here we go. A word from our sponsors. Okay, folks, we are back. And I hit the new historical game over here on the left, and we're going to be going for a challenge pack. It's been 72 hours since I got my last challenge pack on this team. In fact, it's been longer than 72 hours. So we're going to be going out and trying to earn ourselves a pack by getting achievements. The reason that I like to play as the 1927 Yankees in this mode is because they pump out achievements like hardly anybody else, including one that you can always count on in particular, and that's when Babe Ruth hits his 400th career home run. It happened in 1927. So that's one achievement that you can count on. And any one achievement, and there are lots of them that get created over the course of the season. Any one random achievement can generate a pack for you every 72 hours. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to enable challenge mode, and let's go. All right, these settings up here are saved from earlier attempts at this particular mode of the game. So I've already chosen the right era. I've chosen the exact year I want. So let's go ahead. Nothing else gets checkmarked. We take all the defaults and we move on. we have to import a little bit of data. I'm going to try turning down the music a little bit. It's kind of distracting to me, and I'm going to try to get it turned down a little. There we go. I'm going to try one more time to try to get a little lower. There we go. That works for me. All right, that's what we're going to do. Okay, here, at this point, hit the bottom of the 2 check marks up here at the top, and that takes care of both of them. Don't need anything else because I'm not interested in those angles. And we are ready for the next step. Don't do anything on the screen except the next step, and then we do the next step again. Now here, I give the game a name. I use the current date in year, month, day format. Oops, let's try it again with 2022. And okay, it's going to be 12th month, 18th day, and the time is approximately 3:47 p.m. So that's what I name the game, and I do my saving of the game once a virtual month. Okay. I still have not done a tutorial video on this particular mode of the game. I intend to do it sometime, but I've been busier than all get out. Okay. Okay, I chose the New York Yankees. We already did an era. We already did a year. Now I'm choosing a team that I'm going to play as. Okay, keep going. Okay. Okay, I have to configure the continue button the very first time that I hit it. I uncheck everything. Those are cool details if you're playing the base game, but they are meaningless to me when it comes to just trying to get to my one aim, and that is to earn a pack. The other stuff just kind of gets in the way of that. And here is the way, this one right here is the secret to getting things done as quickly as possible, and that's tell the continue button to simulate an entire week each time it's pressed. Okay, so it's going to simulate a week's worth of baseball at a time, and you'll be surprised if you haven't seen it yet how quickly that week goes by. Okay, now I'm ready to continue on, and now we go ahead and start simulating things up to and including opening day, or I should say up to opening day, not necessarily including, because it will come back with a message telling us that we have stopped automatic playing because the season starts today. Okay, so be on the lookout for that little message to pop up once the data gets done importing at this particular juncture. Well, I won 105 games. I don't know there, Jason Cleghorn. I do not know. Okay. Well, I went, okay, setting the over-under at 105. Okay, that sounds like a fair shake. Okay. The actual 1927 Yankees, they won 110. He said, hi-oh, on the side with that number, that magic number 110. And for those of you who don't know what that reference is, if you see over my left shoulder here, you'll see a band hat with a green and white plume. That's not my exact hat that I wore for 4 years in the Ohio University marching 110. That's a magic number there. See, because the band was known as the marching 110, and it still is today. Even though back then, when I was back in my day, there were approximately 110 marching members in the horn and percussion block. So back then, and still today, they're known as the marching 110. But there's a little bit of a tradition that whenever that number 110 is encountered, we pay homage to our alma mater by yelling, hi-oh, okay? So that's where that came from. So anytime you hear me do a hi-oh, that means I've seen a 110 somewhere. Okay. But so in this particular instance, we're going to move on. Autoplay interrupted because the regular season starts today. So watch how quickly a week's worth of baseball happens right now. That was a week's worth of baseball. Okay? 3 achievements. No pack yet, but let's keep going. You still have to click on or click through the items that turn up, including the achievements, and also personal messages pop up down here, and yet you need to click through those. Haha. Thank you there, Jason. Okay, another achievement, no pack yet. And one of the cool things about the achievement-driven pack action is that I can't tell you how many times I've gone through an entire season, and I have to get to the postseason to get to the after the World Series awards, like MVP and the Cy Young or the equivalent of the Cy Young award, that sort of thing. Those achievements happen after the World Series. Any one of those I've seen it happen can generate a pack as well at the very, very end of the season's action. Now, that particular week of baseball generated nothing for me in the way of achievements. So that's okay. Here I got a couple more. No pack yet. Okay, no achievement that week. Nothing there either. Or there. Okay, there's a personal message I have to click through. Keep going. No achievements. Gotta wonder how we're going to be doing this season. Okay. Got a decent lead build up in the American League. 1927 had a very simple playoff structure. The winner of the National League plays the winner of the American League in the World Series, and that's it. Winner take all. So when you qualify for the playoffs in 1927, that means you've made it to the World Series. But I'm really, really light on achievements right now. This is much less in the way of achievements than I'm used to getting with this 1927 Yankee club. So let's see if we can generate some more. There we go. Okay. Still have to click through this. Okay, keep going. There's another and another. Okay, keep going. You'll know when you get a pack when you see something extending over top of and underneath of the achievement balloon. You'll see a little bit sticking out up here and a little bit sticking out down here, almost like a baseball card in terms of shape. Nothing that week. Keep going. But look how far we are in the season already. It's already practically through the entire month of August. We get through the month of September, get started in October. It's World Series time. I still don't have a pack yet. Or here yet either. Still have a decent lead in the American League. No achievements that week either. This is really poor. Okay. There's Babe Ruth's 400th home run as promised. Okay. Let's keep her moving. Midway, okay, we got through the month of September. We are now in October. I think we have part of another week of action. Hey, look what happened. You see what happened? See what happened there? Above, below, I got my pack. Let's see what it is. Well, that means any one of those 3 achievements I just got generated this pack back here. I hit this nice thing, and I have another thing to click through. And what is here? I got me a gold pack. Sometimes when the RNG is feeling particularly generous, whenever it feels generous enough, instead of a standard pack, it can give you a gold pack with a challenge pack. Okay? Gold this time for me. You can get the same thing. Every 72 hours, you can earn one pack. Most of the time, it's going to be standard, but sometimes, like what you just saw here, I earned a gold pack. I'm not going to kick that out of bed. No way in heck am I going to do that. Okay, let's keep on going. We have to finish out the season. And it looks like the National League, the Yankees came back and a little bit of a reverse sweep against their crosstown rivals, the New York Giants. Now, in the actual year 1927, in the actual year, real life, the Yankees swept the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-0 and just walked all over them. And they took all of the major awards that particular year, including the World Series trophy. So, yeah, there's my 3 achievements here. I don't need them because I've already got my pack. I earned my pack. And there we go. We're ready to move on. And now I can do a fast forward to December 4th. Now that we are through with the World Series, I can do that fast forward, and it picks me up all of the postseason awards that are announced in the days and weeks ahead of December 4th. So we're looking to see who got what, because there's always some sort of an award in there, even for somebody as silly as me. There's why. I got the Manager of the Year. Why did I get Manager of the Year? I'm so damn good at clicking a mouse. Lou Gehrig got MVP. He also got great bat at first base. Let's go. Okay, but we've already got our pack, so we don't care too much about anything else. We're done now with the postseason awards. I can now leave things be and go back to the OOTP start screen. I would rinse and repeat on all of my accounts that little exercise right there, playing as the 1927 Yankees, and see if I can get me an achievement that gets me a free pack. So that's what I would do there. All right, we're coming out of there then. And a piece of trivia on the... Piece of trivia on the number of packs I have. I started the day with 135. I've gotten 4 already from Twitch drops. And I will get my 5th one here before very long, and I'm hoping to be able to start getting some tournament action. Because yesterday was such a rich tournament day. Today, in contrast, I've gotten nothing. Those 4 drops going on 5 that I've picked up, those are the only packs that I've won today so far. So we're hoping to see some tournament action starting to pick up down here. I had no less than 7 pack placements. I think I told you about them. I had 4 wins, 10 packs each. I had a 5-pack semifinal loss. I had 2 3-pack. I'm sorry, no. I had a 5-pack second place. I had 2 3-pack semifinal losses. See, I got my 3s and my 5s mixed up. So yeah, 4 on first place, 1 on second place, 2 on the semifinals where I took a loss. That's also referred to as 3rd/4th. Okay, so those accounted for 51 packs all by themselves just from tournaments. I had another 5 drops, add that in. That comes out to 56 packs, a double pack-a-palooza if ever I saw one. At the end of yesterday's stream, we had 104 left. I picked up another 31. That got me to 135. We've added 4 more drops today. And we have 1 more drop to go after this. Okay, so we are going to move on. Let me take a quick look at chat. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. I did get a gold pack there, Lap. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. New to OOTP, still grinding packs. That's D.A. Mead talking. Hank Aaron struggles to hit 200 in perfect team. Okay. My Hank Aaron still plays in Diamond. He still plays in Diamond. And there's another card that I've had that on the surface looks stronger, but I had to sit him down for a few seasons because he wasn't doing nearly so well, and that's the Lou Gehrig that we just saw get achievements in recreating the 1927 Yankees season. My Lou Gehrig card got sat for 3 seasons because he was doing what you're describing your Hank is doing. But my Hank has done pretty doggone well. So let's go in. We can take a moment here and just take a look at that guy. I want to get into Perfect Team, even though my team is not active anymore. I need to come back out here and spam another iron, or ace of bronze, I should say. I want to start getting on the road to winning more packs, but I'm not getting anywhere today. The only packs I have are drops. That Rob Deere card is nice. There isn't a Twan LX. I love that card. I'll tell you another one I really like is Wes Covington. That guy hits dingers. I had a tournament where that Wes Covington card got me. Are you ready for this? Over the course of 5 best of 7 series, 16 dingers. 16 home runs off the bat of Wes Covington. You'll see him. Oh, let's see. No, this is my main team, not my bronze team. But Wes Covington, yeah, you want him on your bronze team. And I accidentally opened a pack, so all right. So I've already gotten my last drop of the day, I think, because I started the day with 135. I accidentally opened one that would have been number 140. And I can find out for sure here if I just take a look at my transaction history. It will know all and tell all. Oh, I got my gold pack. There we go. That's where that extra pack came from. The gold pack from the challenge mode. So I'm working on my last affiliate drop right now. There's my last overnight packs that I got that pushed me up to 56. But take a look through my history here. In fact, this is maybe not the best place to see the history. Wait until you see this. Then I'll come back and take a look at my Hank Aaron. And then maybe we'll do the historical simulation down here, the historical exhibition, and find a team to play up against my 1975 Reds. So I'm going to spam another tournament here. Ace of bronze. Let's go. Okay. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to hit the Your Tournaments tab, okay, to tell me how I've done in my own tournaments. Take a look at this run starting up here. The very, very top line, winner, winner, winner. 3 wins in 4 tournaments. Then I ended up getting a 4th winner down here. That's my 4 times 10 that got me to 40 packs. There's a 2nd place that got me to 45. There's a semifinal loss and another semifinal loss. 3 each that got me to 51. Add that to 5 drops. I got 56 packs yesterday. Just absolutely amazed me. But you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pack placements. And nothing but eliminations ever since. So we're hopeful. I'll keep my chin up, but we'll see what we can do to earn us some more packs. Because I'll tell you, if I have to wait until DishNet is on tonight doing the Perfect League World Series, and I've got to get my 5 packs off of him, and I don't get any tournament packs the rest of the day, that's kind of sad. But I still will have hit. It's been a very long time. It's been a number of months, probably more like 5, 6, 7 months, maybe even 8 months, perhaps even since the game cycle started, or not too far after the game cycle started, that I failed to get double-digit numbers on my packs. So 5 drops from the affiliate, which is myself, 5 drops from DishNet, that would give me double digits. That would take me up to 10 and keep the string alive. I've come close a couple of times. And what I mean by close is I had 8 packs, 5 drops, and a semifinal loss. And I went into my overnight period where I went to bed, got some sleep, woke up in the morning, and one of the tournaments that I fired off before I went to bed brought me another 3 packs and just barely pushed me over into double digits at 11. So that's one thing that I like about being, by and large, a free-to-play team, that I don't pay OOTP for perfect points to buy the cards that I really need in order to get better. I want to generate packs with my tournament teams and get my jollies that way. But here's another piece of that puzzle. And let me see if I can get my thoughts in a logical row here for you. Is that I did, and I will freely admit this, I did spend some money at the very, very beginning of the game cycle, but I did not use it to buy cards for my main team. I used it to buy tournament cards, bronze cards, because I knew I was going to be playing bronze tournaments. So I invested a very modest amount of money, used that modest amount of money to buy cards that I felt would make me able to succeed in bronze tournaments. And I've been looking back ever since. Because if you missed this particular piece yesterday, and when we get into Perfect Team, I'll show you something first, then we'll go take a look at that Hank Aaron like I promised, to see what his career numbers look like. But if we take a look at Hank Aaron and see his career numbers, you'll see some surprising stuff in there. Yep, Luke 11:11. How did I get all those historicals? Okay. What historicals are you talking about there, Lap? Oh, yeah, Wes Covington is great. Oh, how did I get all of the historical cards? After I had that initial spate of card buying, as new cards came out that I really, really liked, and I had the perfect points to get them, that's one of the reasons I choose bronze format cards to play tournaments with, is because the cards are cheap. They're not as cheap as iron cards, but I saved them. My 2 alternate teams play iron tournaments because those 2 teams, for the time being anyway, are packs only. I'm thinking about taking one of those 2 teams and turning it into a theme team, like a Reds theme team. People who have played in some way, shape, or form for the Cincinnati Reds, or maybe even only appeared with the team on paper for a brief time before they were traded off someplace else. Okay? If they were part of the Reds organization, even if only on paper, that counts for me. So I'll be trying to put something together once I get some good sufficient cards. Yesterday, on one of those 2 alternate accounts, I pulled 3 really, really nice Reds cards. I got Heine Groh, Groh. I got Johnny Bench gold card, and I got a third one that I'm having trouble remembering who it was. But even my bronze tournament team on the Flames, it has a Reds card in it, and that's Pokey Reese. Pokey Reese also hits dingers. Okay. The packs, did I buy them with points or earn them? Okay, I see. I buy them with points sometimes. I also, if I can get packs by way of missions I get some of my packs with missions. I don't really buy packs with this number 1 team right here, the Flames. My 2 alternate teams, since they're packs only, they spend their treasury on packs. I don't buy packs with this guy, with this particular team, with these Flames. They don't buy packs at all. They earn their packs either from Perfect Point. I'm sorry, not from Perfect Point, but from missions. They get them from missions. They get them from tournaments. They get them from challenges, historical challenges. Anywhere you can earn a pack other than actually playing for it, I am all for free packs. I don't like to pay Perfect Points to get a pack on this team. The other 2 teams, I don't have much of a choice. I spend their treasury on packs because they're packs only. Okay? Does that answer your question? I hope. Okay. Okay, D.A. Mead. Okay, let's see. D.A. Mead, okay, do we use global strategies or individual player strategies? My answer to that question is a qualified yes. I do play with global strategies, and I also have player strategies. And there's a reason for that. Because if you look at each one of the globals, not 100% of all the global sliders have a player level equivalent. So the way I like to think about global sliders is that those global sliders set an overall tone that I want the team to adopt, which is one of the reasons I like sabermetric, but I don't like what straight sabermetric does with stealing bases. I want to steal a base or 2 or 3, so I take a basic sabermetric global strategy, and I'll take the steal slider and move it up 5 notches, where the straight sabermetric would in its native mode keep you at like 2 or 3 notches below the middle. I like it a couple of notches above the middle. Okay? But then I also do individual player strategies, because there again, not every one of the individual player sliders, or not all of the global sliders, I should say, have a player level equivalent. So there again, I consider the global sliders to be like an overall team philosophy towards a given subject or given a statistic within the game that I wish to maximize or minimize my shots with. Okay, that's how I do that. Does that answer your question? I hope. And that right there should be my 5th and final drop, and I do believe it is. Okay. Right, I don't like to use perfect points for packs unless it's a packs only team. Yeah, right, you're using treasury to buy historical packs. Oh, these historical packs that I got here in my pile of packs, these were from missions. I did some of the Cooperstown Club missions. Or no, I take that back. Platinum card missions. If you take a look at the missions here, look at the platinum missions. Like right here, Platinum Series 2 complete. It has a player there, but Platinum Series 3 modern historical pack, 2 of them. So what those 4 historical packs back there, or sometimes I call them hysterical packs because they make me laugh sometimes when I could otherwise cry over them because they're so poor. But these historical packs that I have in my current inventory all came from Platinum Series missions that I completed. All right, so that's how I got those. That's how I got those, from missions. Okay. Yep. You're welcome there, D.A. Mead, anytime. So yeah, I try to make sense, even sometimes when it doesn't make sense to me. Oh my! In my old age, I tend to get confused a little bit. I think folks who have been on my stream long enough, they'll tell you for sure that I get confused a little bit at times. All right. All right, so I got another sim coming in. I don't care so much on this team, but I wanted to take a look at Henry Aaron. So I got to wait until the sim comes in, and then we'll go take a look at Henry Aaron's career numbers. And maybe we can do a play. We're not going to play out any games, but we can spend about 25 minutes or 20 minutes or so doing a... did I miss my third ad break? I'll bet I did. I did. Okay. We'll skip the ad break for now. We'll wait until 20 minutes until 5 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll do a final ad break. Because I'm doing enough revenue so far this month. I can afford to do without an ad break once in a while. It doesn't kill me. Okay. There's that gold pack I just won in the challenge, historical challenge. Those 4 historical packs all came from platinum missions. Okay, now let's take a look at my Henry Aaron. And we will look at his overall numbers. Batting stats. And here we go. There's his overall numbers down here on this row right here. You can see that he's got over 4,250 games under his belt. He started 4,114 of them and 17,724 plate appearances, 15,859 at-bats. That's one hell of a lot of at-bats. He's got 2,372 runs he scored, 4,201 hits. So he's on his way to Pete Rose's 4,792, I think. So yeah, he's sitting on 4,201. He's got 733 doubles, 90 triples, 90 on the triples, and 807 career home runs. We can suspend reality for a moment and just enjoy that number, I think. 2606 on his RBIs, legendary numbers. 1,563 walks that he's drawn. He's struck out over 3,000 times, but who cares? He's Henry Aaron. He can do what he wants to do. And he's got, this is the surprising one that folks have a hard time wrapping their mind around. Because I have his steal slider turned up a little bit. Look at how many career steals he has. 637 career steals. Now he gets caught about once for every 2 times he steals a base. That's the CS there is caught stealing. So he's got like a 2-to-1 ratio on his stolen bases versus caught stealing. So for some folks that's not quite good enough. I don't care. I just run him for grins and giggles. I run him because he can sometimes play well enough to be a 30-30 player. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases in the same season. It happens with Henry Aaron, on my Henry Aaron, the way I'm playing him. So that's kind of fun. Now here, his batting average, career batting average, he's batting .265, which, considering all of the years, look at all these years here that I played in Diamond. Okay? And that doesn't count all of my Diamond seasons. There was my one season that I got relegated back to gold after this 2049 season. I spent 2050 in gold and then came right back to diamond again. Okay? Even considering all of that stuff, he has a career batting average of .265, which I think is more than respectable. Look at all the decorations he's won. He's my most decorated card, and I love looking at all those medals that he has picked up. Because that man, Hank Aaron, quite literally is the man. So anyway, that's what my Henry Aaron been doing. He's got an overall cumulative WAR of 83.5. Let's go. Okay, 118 on his OPS plus, which is not too shabby. 809 on his OPS. We'll take that. We'll take it. Okay, so let's get out of here. And we are going to go hit an historical challenge, and we're going to simulate games. We're not going to play any of them out. So I'm looking right now for the first team that somebody suggests that's going to, that if you want to be brave enough and put them up against my 76 Reds, we're going to simulate a World Series real quick. First suggestion for an opponent will be the one that we use. Okay? I'm watching chat to see what comes up in chat. The 94 White Sox, Twan LX2000 has won the lottery, and we will do the 94 White Sox. Okay, a little bit too late there, Monterre Don. Okay, yeah. You know what? I've been playing your Monterres in bronze tournaments until I'm blue in the face. And you have been having your fair share of success against my boys. So, GG's, and for all the times that we've met in bronze tournaments, I'm glad to see you there. But try to remember that next time we have one of these challenges, and bring up those 1906 Cubs again, because I think that was the last previous season until just recently that they had won a World Series. But the 94 White Sox, we're going to be in the same city as the Cubbies, but we're going to be on the opposite end of town, down on the south end of town. All right, let's go ahead and do just that. We're going to do the historical exhibition, the 1994 Chicago White Sox against the 1976 Cincinnati Reds. And the White Sox are going to be the visiting team. So let's see now. They are 94, so they are going to be down here in the power years. And we're going to choose 94 as the year. Oops, I didn't want 93. I want 94. And we're going to choose the White Sox right there. They had a 67-46 record. Oh, that's right. This was the strikes shortened season. 1994. Take a look at what Cincinnati did. 66-48. And yeah, we know what happened with that. So, okay, the White Sox are going to be our team. And down here, we're going to take baseball's boom. And we're going to choose 1970 and 5. And we're going to choose, I'm sorry, no, we want 76. My bad. We want 76. There we go. And now we want my Reds. 102 and 60. Let's go. All right, it's going to be a 7-game series, 2, 3, and 2. And we're going to use the 1976 settings. We are going to use the end-of-season rosters, and we're going to go with 25 members to a team, and we're going to disable injuries. I don't like injuries coming into these simulations. Okay, so injuries are turned off. Let's go ahead and get the thing rolling here, shall we? Because we have about 20 minutes or so. I'd say, 15 minutes until our next ad break, final one of the day. Okay, now we are ready to start this bad boy. So that's a quick look at the lineup, so you can eyeball that real quickly before I move on to the play ball tab, because here is where we're going to start our action. We are starting in Riverfront Stadium, 1976, and we get to play, I guess, I think the current park that the White Sox are playing in. Wait, no. They moved away from Comiskey. Comiskey used to be on the west side, it used to be on the east side of the northbound interstate going into downtown Chicago. And I think their new stadium is on the west side of the interstate, as I recall. So I think that the 1994. They would be in the old Comiskey. I'm guessing. Okay, we are going to go ahead and simulate game 1 and see who wins the first game of the simulated World Series between my 76 Reds and Twan LX2000's 1994 Chicago White Sox, aka the Pale Hose. Okay. And what do we have? Ooh, the Reds took this one 11-6. Look at the line here very quickly. Frank Thomas, the big hurt, got a home run for the White Sox. And then George Foster and Ken Griffey Sr. each hit dingers for the 76 Reds. Let's look at the box score. And here we go. Foster was 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, and a walk. Okay, he was probably player of the game, and yes, he was. George Foster. And this hand that I'm holding up in front of the camera right now has shaken the right hand of one Mr. George Foster when my wife and I made a bucket list trip out to Cincinnati Reds spring training out in Arizona, out in Goodyear, Arizona. He was appearing at one of the games that we had tickets to, selling memorabilia to raise money for retired baseball pensions for players that preceded the modern MLBPA with their negotiated agreements, like the players' union, so to speak. He was trying to raise money for pensions for retired players that had not qualified for a pension otherwise because they retired too soon to be part of the MLBPA. And I got to shake his hand, and the man still has the strength. I'm here to tell you. He's as strong as an ox. So anyway, we see from the line score here, the White Sox were spotted to a 2-0 lead. Then the Reds came back with 1 run, then 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th and the 5th to take a 3-2 lead. Then here it's tied up 3-3, top of the 6th. Then bottom of the 6th, the Reds picked up another run, so they are now 4-3 ahead. Then 4-4, White Sox tied it up again. Then take a look here in the bottom of the 7th, the deciding runs practically right there, a 4 spot. So what happened in the bottom of the 7th? You can see it right there in a nutshell. George Foster hit a 3-run Johnson off of Jack McDowell. Okay? I think that was Jack McDowell. Let me take a look. Yep, Jack McDowell. I had the name right. Yeah, so Jack McDowell gave up a 3-run shot off the bat of one Mr. George Foster, who was known for hitting his share of those in his day. So that's pretty much it. Pat Zachary, the winning pitcher, 7.2 innings of 9-hit baseball, 6 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, gave up 1 home run, and he pitched 123 pitches for an overall ERA of 4.70 in this series. The losing pitcher was Jack McDowell, as already noted, 6.1 innings of 9-hit ball also, but he gave up 7 runs, and they were all earned. Okay? And he gave up 3 walks, had 3 strikeouts, gave up 2 home runs, pitched 108 pitches, and a 9.95 ERA for the first game of this series. Okay, so game number 1 goes to my 76 Reds. Now we're going to go ahead and finish the day. Let's go out and play game number 2 in Cincinnati at the old Cement Donut, otherwise known as Riverfront Stadium. Okay. Here we go. Yep. It's 39 Cobra, South Side. You got him. Oh, they had moved a few seasons before this, Twan Alex. Okay, thanks for that clarification. Okay. Got it. Uh-oh, Twan Alex thinks it's going to get ugly. We'll see. Hey, and we have some new activity on the channel. Who is it? We had MANDT, ManDT2 following on the channel. Thank you so much for your follow. You are follower number 789. We're getting up close to 800 followers, folks. So thank you, each and every one of you, for all of your follows. Okay, let me look ahead here. That West Covington card, yes, I can't say enough about that. So, okay, on the bright side, the timeless Julio Franco singled on a pinch hit when it was over. Yeah, you saw that. Haha. Okay, maybe I need to take a look at some of that other stuff as it goes by there, Twan LX. Thanks for noticing that, because I sure didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to finish game number Oh, we already did it. And look at here. Look at here. 4-2. The Reds have taken a 2-0 lead. Pedro Borbon, old rubber arm, got the win. And Jose De Leon, is that his name? Jose De Leon, I got his name right, okay? Jose De Leon took the loss. So let's look at the box score here and see what tale it tells. So the Reds took a 1-0 lead after 1 inning, and then it became 2-0 after 4. And then we got to the 8th inning, and the White Sox tied it up with a 2-run shot of their own. That was in the top of the 8th. Frank Thomas, the big hurt, put a big hurt on a baseball off of Freddie Norman and parked one in the seats. Parked one in the seats for 2 runs to tie it up at 2. But look what happens. In the bottom of the 10th inning, the Reds had themselves a walk-off courtesy of Little Joe Morgan. Had a 2-run shot off of Jose De Leon for the winning runs. In extra innings, we had some free baseball there, but the Reds pulled it out again. And Twan LX 2000, I think, is going to say, yep. Yeah, right now he's doing it pretty much all by himself there, isn't he, Twan LX, okay? Hi, I like it there, Cicero 2K, if we can get away with it. Okay, we need an 800,000 perfect point giveaway for 800 followers. I have no control over that. OOTP put me on a budget of 25K a week, and that's pretty much what I'm on track to do. And we will be doing the giveaway in about another 15 minutes, but we are going to be giving away 25,000 perfect points. I can always ask if I can get some sort of perfect point giveaway for hitting 800 followers. We'll see. I can always ask the question. The worst that can happen is that they say, sorry, but no dice. But it won't hurt to ask. It costs nothing to ask. So I can at least do that for the people in my community here. Okay. So what happened here? We already saw the story on Game 2. We have us a travel day coming up. Let's finish today. And now let's finish another day so that we can drive up I-74 to get to Chi-Town. And we are ready for game number 1 in the new ballpark. What's the name of the White Sox's park back then? Was it still, it wasn't New Comiskey, was it? I can't remember. I'm trying to think. I'm coming up blanks. What was the name of Chicago White Sox's stadium in, Cardiac Kids in Cincy? Yep. That's what he hated about the White Sox, is when they would never get any help for Big Frank. Yep, that's right. Okay. It was the D.A. Meade thinks it was the old Comiskey. Okay. Okay. All right. So it was, if they had moved a few years before that, it would have been the new Comiskey. All right. Yeah, because I remember going past the old Comiskey, which was over on the east side of the freeway going north into downtown Chicago. And then the most recent time that I took the interstate up into northbound into the south side of Chicago, the new stadium was on the left. Okay. So old Comiskey over there, new Comiskey over here. Fair enough. Okay, we are ready to simulate game number 3. Is Chicago going to redeem itself and try to pull out a home win over my boys? Let's see what happens. And nope, not today. The 76 Reds took them 6-2. It's getting ugly real fast there, Twan LX. Getting ugly real fast. Let's look at the box score. Okay. Tony Perez, Atanasio Perez Regal, from the island nation of Cuba. Tony Perez, Big Doggy, was the MVP of this game. Or no, Little Joe Morgan was the MVP. So let's see. Tony Perez bat got the win. The first baseman ripped a 3-run shot in the top of the first to put the Reds ahead 3-0. Yep. He had 1 double and a home run in 5 at-bats. So what did little Joe do to earn player of the game? Oh, I see. He went 3 for 3, scored 2 runs, had 1 ribby. Was that from a solo shot? Let's see here. Yeah, it was a solo shot. Nobody on base in the 9th inning, top of the 9th inning. Off of Kevin McCaskill? Was that his name? Let's see. Kirk McCaskill. Okay. That's a player I don't think I was ever really that familiar with, but interesting piece of info to pick up. It was Kirk McCaskill, not Kevin. All right. So the Reds have taken a 3-0 lead with 3 and 1 and 1 and 1, 6 runs. When they got spotted to the 3-0 lead, the White Sox couldn't answer much. They got 1 run in the bottom of the first, or bottom of the second, and that just answered the Reds' run from the top of the second. And over here, their run they got in the 9th inning was nothing more than an answer to a single run in the Reds' half of the inning. So the Reds were pretty decisively beaten up on these guys. Okay? Even though, let's see now. Now, there was no even though about that, because the Reds still out-hit them as well as outscoring them. They out-hit them 11-8 and outscored them 6-2. Each team had an error. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to play game number 4. Is this one going to be a deciding game for a sweep? We'll see. Play ball tab. We'll finish the day. Let's go ahead and see what happens in game number 4. Shall we? Let's. Whoa! Chicago pulled it out and they threw a shutout. Wilson Alvarez, is that his name? Yes, Wilson Alvarez, okay. Wilson Alvarez, I remembered his first name. He pitched the win, and it was a complete game shutout, I do believe. Let's look at the box score, and we can see the sad tale. For my boys, they lost the game. I can't take it anymore. So, anyway, excuse me. So, Wilson Alvarez, I think, was the player of the game. And yes, for throwing a shutout, and he was the complete game winner. A 2-hitter. Woo! A 2-hitter against that lineup that was that potent. Threw a 2-freaking-hitter. Woo! Strong stuff. Very strong stuff. But that's Wilson Alvarez. 9 innings of 2-hit baseball. Hell of a game he pitched. Murder, he wrote. That's about what it was. It was just about that. Bronze Star Wilson Alvarez. Yep. I know that card fairly well. I know that card. All right, so 117 pitches. Got through all 9 innings and got the complete game victory. So GG's to Wilson Alvarez for pitching that gem. No wind either, keeping the balls in play by and large. Okay, let us go and see what goes on in the play ball tab, because we are ready, I think, to play another game. Once we finish today, we're going to have game number 5 at Old Comiskey. Come on, team. Let's see it. Okay, we finished the day now. Now, what's going on if I hit finish today? Okay, they are ready to play. Let's go ahead and see what comes out of this. Are the Reds going to win it? Are the White Sox going to try to get a little bit more even, Steven? Here we go. Oh, it's all over now. My 1976 Reds will return another day as the returning champion. GG's and better luck next time to the 94 Chicago Pale Hose. They gave it a run. They gave it a good run. And let's see. If I said they gave it a run and their name is the White Sox, does that mean then they had a run in their hose? That's a little difficult for me to wrap my head around, so let's forget I even tried that lame attempt at humor, okay? All right, so the Reds did take them 4-1, 5-game set. So the winning team is enjoying all of the accoutrements of their World Series victory. And in the dugout, you get to hear the champagne getting opened up. And over in the White Sox dugout, since it's their park, I guess they're allowed to do this sort of thing. But it was ugly over there. This was heard in the Chicago White Sox locker room after the game was over. Not good at all. Not good at all. Okay. Okay, I see there, Twan LX. Okay, gotcha. So, Joe Morgan was the MVP for my Reds. How was his performance in this series? Let's see. Let's see now. He had 141 games in the season. Batted .440. Oh, no, that was his defense, I think. Let me look at that again. Batted .320. Yeah, he batted .320. Had 444 on his OBP, his on-base percentage, and his slugging was .576. Add those two numbers together, and you end up with a better than 1.0 OPS, which is pretty doggone good. In fact, it's very doggone good. So, Little Joe earned himself a World Series car, I guess, for taking MVP honors. So that's what went on in that particular simulation. Thanks again to Twan LX 2000 for suggesting the 1994 Chicago White Sox. That was a fun little series. More fun for me than perhaps maybe some of the people would like to see the White Sox do better in that instance, but it's tough to beat those 76 Reds. That's all there is to it. They're tough to beat. Okay, we have just about enough time. Let's get ready to start us a perfect point giveaway. And here's how this is going to work. I need to get to a different screen first. I need to get to OBS, and I'm going to go to my just chatting screen. And I need to get myself into a little bit better seating position. So I got myself a new cushion for my old office chair here. Sheep to the slaughter. There you go, Twan Alex. That's what it seemed like there a little bit at first, but they did manage to win a ball game. They did win a ball game, and they won it somewhat convincingly. Okay, we are going to do our 25,000 perfect point giveaway, and here are the ground rules. You once I start the giveaway, which will be coming up momentarily, and I'll need to go to another application to do that startup. It will start appearing over in this corner of the Twitch window. Okay, you'll see it up here in the upper left of the Twitch window. You'll see the status. You'll see how long the giveaway's been running. You'll see when we close it. You'll see when we pick a winner. So anyway, what we need to do is one of two things: exclamation point enter or exclamation point ticket. One or the other. Do not put a number after the command. It's going to be exclamation point enter, then hit your enter key, or exclamation point ticket, and then hit your enter key. No numbers or it'll kick you out. Only use one of the two commands, not both, because if you try entering more than once, it will kick you out of the giveaway. So we don't want that to happen. Okay? So exclamation point ticket, exclamation point enter. I need to get to this other screen so I can start this baby rolling here. Okay, now I need to make a cloned copy of the last giveaway that I did. So the Perfect Point giveaway is getting ready to start. The winner will receive 25,000 perfect points in a day or so from Out of the Park Developments. They will be popping for the 25K perfect points. Once I pass your OOTP account name that you use to sign in to Out of the Park, we will have that 25,000 sent to that account that you will specify to me. And I usually try to reach out to you in a Twitch whisper as long as you allow whispers to happen. Otherwise, I'll probably need for you to put your manager name in the chat. So be ready. We are going to start the giveaway right about now. We're going to let it run for a couple of minutes. Let's see how many of you we can get in there. We have currently 150 people in chat. So how many people can we get into this giveaway? Let's find out. Starting right now. Okay. It looks like it's been running for a few seconds. We have 2 tickets in there. A third one. Man DT is in there. Cheese Truck is in there. Waddy's in there. I see Laptop Hound. 25 Locks. Cheese Truck. 39 Cobra. Yep. 39 Cobra has won the contest before. Twan LX has won the Perfect Point giveaway also. Cheese Truck 63, I think I remember them winning one. Okay, so we're almost through our first minute on the giveaway. We're only sitting on 19 entries right now. We still show 151 people in chat, but only 19 entries. So don't be bashful, don't be shy. Get the tickets in there. Can't even talk right or sing right. What the hell? That's that particular song. Okay, we have 30 seconds left. Get your entries in. We only have 20 entries in there. And there's 3-time winner, Cubs fan 23, Steve. Good to see him in there. I'm going to take a look through the entries real quick and see if I can find somebody else who's a multiple-time winner. Okay. Nobody in there that I can see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The giveaway is closed. The giveaway is closed. Okay. Now we're getting ready to draw ourselves a winner. The last entry in there, entry number 21, was Lord Parquad. Okay. Cubs fan 23, Steve, who's won a couple of 3 times. Barmy Fungi Phipps. I love that name. Okay, got in there. Laertes 1, who I play in tournaments all the time, so it seems. Okay. And Cubs fan 23, Steve, and Sharks Boy, Really Vanilla Gorilla, 39 Cobra, Zen Lunatic. Whole big bunch of names in there. So let's go ahead and pick ourselves a winner. Okay, shall we? Here we go. And look who my first 4-time winner is. Cubs fan 23 Steve, for the 4th time, has won my 25K Perfect Point giveaway. See, this is what happens when not as many people enter. The people who do take the time to enter have a better chance to win. That's how this guy has gotten lucky and won 4 times on my stream. Okay, so Cubs fan 23 Steve, we're going to keep the same account that we used before. Okay, are we going to do it? Congratulations, by the way, Cubs fan 23 Steve. Okay, send it to the same account. I should have it memorized by now. All right, all I need to do is go to our Twitch Whisper history here. Bear with me a second. I can tell you exactly what that team name is. So bear with me a second. Okay. And let's see here. Hang on. Okay. Need to look at it. Okay, that was another notification. Yeah. 2008, by all means. My helper at OOTP is going to get sick and tired of seeing that name that I said. Okay, here's another 25K perfect points. And this other guy, my helper is probably going to say something like, "Are you rigging this contest?" And I say, "Nope." Stream Elements seems to love this guy because Stream Elements is the one doing the picking. Okay, with its own random number generator and everything. But congratulations to Cubs fan 23 Steve, and thanks to everybody for entering the giveaway. I wish we had more in there so that more people would have a chance to win. Not that I have anything against Cubs fan 23 Steve. I love the guy. But if he's a 4-time winner, you could be too if you enter often enough, okay? But you have to be in it to win it. I hate to overuse that phrase, but it applies here in the best way possible. You got to be in it to win it. So 25K perfect points going to Cubs fan 23 Steve. And thanks to everybody for coming in today. We are about ready to call our quits on the day. Let me see if I can find a raid partner here on the channel. Okay. See who else is playing OOTP at the moment. And I'd be looking around. Come on, Twitch, get it together. Oh, you know who we're going to raid? We are going to raid the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show with FKN Commish LB. He is up and running right now, and he can also give you drops. So if you didn't get all of your drops from me, you can finish them off with the Commish. So he runs the EMLB universe and does a fantastic job. He's been streaming OOTP for what seems like forever. I've only been at it for a little over a year. He's been at it for multiple years, going back a number of game cycles, way back. So he is an original OG when it comes to OOTP. Okay, we are going to set up a raid to go visit Commish. Okay. Okay, FKN Commish LB. And there we go. The raid's been created. So we are getting ready to send a bunch of viewers over to the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. Which, by the way, is FKN Awesome. That's a term that he uses on his stream on a very frequent basis. So, thanks everybody for coming in and spending time with the old fart today. In the meantime, it's Gorgo 2005, rounding third and heading for home. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we appreciate you being here. Okay, now? Bye-bye now. Next time, Wednesday. Okay? Oh, laptop is talking in. Tune in at 1 o'clock. Okay, that's the special announcement that I've been trying to clue you into. Be watching Laptop Hound's stream tomorrow, and he will make the announcement. I will not steal any of his thunder. He's the guy that you need to catch to get all of the details on an upcoming special event that's going to hit this coming week. Okay? All right, so be ready. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's go visit the Commish. Take care now. Bye-bye.